Hi everyone, Old Iron Will here, back with you again. Back working on the 5 horsepower economy stationary engine project. So I just finished knocking the paint off this pulley. Plan is to put 2 pulleys on this engine. I had a 12-inch regular belt pulley that was already on the engine, but I have this belt one, so I'm going to put it on. And then I decided to put this 8-inch just regular pulley. I'm going to put it on the governor side. So it was all painted hunter green and everything like that. So I'll show you a little bit of a time lapse there, maybe just knocking that paint off. This was the hardware they had for this green pulley that it came with when I bought it. Obviously not the correct hardware. Carriage head bolt won't even fit on the flywheel anyways, but I did go through my miscellaneous stuff in the back and did have a square headed bolt, so I've chased the threads and chased the nuts, the threads on the nuts. I'm going to use that up, so a little bit more period correct. So let's get her done. Let's get these pulleys put on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little grease on the unthreaded portion of the bolt here. I took a drill bit. I did ream these out already, so but just make sure that it's all going to not seize in, because last time I had a heck of a time getting the old pulley off. It was so seized up. So. So I'm actually going to reverse these so that the larger part of the nut and everything is sticking out, so just less to get caught on. and locked in then, right? So anyways, there we go. Both pulleys are now mounted on, so give you a little bit of a look from the front. So looks a little better with two pulleys on there. So next on the docket is to get this valves out of this head. I want to check the valves and check the valve guides. See how it's all looking. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a fair bit of slop on these valves, so best will be to put liners in or to ream them out to an oversize. So So there. So they are 3/8 valves. I am noticing a little bit, maybe a little bit of wear on the actual valve stem itself. So good thing is that I'll get these all cleaned up. We'll see how bad they actually look after that. We'll mic them up, see if they're reusable or not. I do have a bronze valve guide liner kit for 3/8 valves, so I could, that's probably what I'll end up doing, is putting in new liners for there, and then we'll have to determine whether I have a set of valves that I can cut down the size, or if these ones are actually usable once those liners are in, or if we need to build all whole new valves. But that's going to be a job for another day. So I think the last thing I'm going to do is just try and pull off this, what's remaining of this head gasket. They've used a sealant on there, so but I think we'll just wire brush everything up. And I'm heading to Irricana tomorrow to the to their show, so just heading to spectate, but I need to go and finish packing and all that other stuff. So but we'll see if we can save this. Might be able to use it for a pattern. So everybody got the face cleaned up here. Seats I think definitely need to be recut. I can do that. Valves are going to need replaced, so there's a lot of pitting and stuff along this one. So that was the exhaust valve, so understandable with water getting in through the exhaust and things that you'll see some pitting there, especially if I'm going to put bronze liners in. That's just going to wear them out that much quicker, so we'll have to address that. This is the intake one. They both have signs of this, so I'm not sure how well you can see it or not. I'll try and hold it up. Hopefully that focuses in. But definitely the valves have been doing some hammering for a while. So it would take a lot of cutting down to get the angle of the face of them all really trued up. So I got to just determine if I'm going to make a new set. I think you can order a new set too. So in essence of time, because I want to get this engine done here fairly soon, I may look at ordering a set. Wintertime I wouldn't hesitate in making my own. But like I say, right now I do want to get this engine done here shortly. You know, we are near the finish line now. I'm sure glad I did decide to investigate into the head and stuff like that, and not just throw it on and see if it was going to work or not. So, but yeah, I think that's definitely got a couple of decisions to make, a little bit of investigating to do, and you know, we're getting close to the finish line. I say we've got to get this done, and then it's really the next thing's going to be the magneto and the igniter. My dad had already gone through the igniter, so really it's just finding a Webster magneto to work along with this engine. The original one was there, but I was just playing around with it. It looks like maybe it needs a little bit of work, or you know, I got a few other Websters kicking around that would fit this engine. So let's find one and see if we can get one that's going to have some good true hot spark. And you know, I think we're going to have a good engine when it's all said and done here. Just need to do a little bit more work to make sure it's at the point where it needs to be, and we want to give this engine every chance of success. So there's no sense doing a sloppy job now on something. Let's make sure that we fix these valves up properly. I find the intake valves are so critical, having a nice smooth fit and stuff like that. Not a lot of slop in them for these hit and miss engines. So the exhaust maybe not quite as critical, but I've always found the intake is very critical. So going to address it, make sure it's right, and yeah, we'll move on from there. Anyways, thank you for taking time to watch. Please comment, like, subscribe. Feel free to share the video. And again, we'll see you on the next one. And we've got a little bit of work ahead of us yet, but we're getting there. Bye for now.